great way to start my morning. I like to think that I am still an amazing advocate. I just sit in a different seat. And it's really my honor and my pleasure to be able to take the perspective of a decade and a half in the civil rights movement into the JPMorgan Chase Foundation and really help build out a strategy on how we're closing the racial wealth divide, how we're bringing an equity lens into corporate philanthropy, and just how we can think about all of this in a different way. I'm so excited to be here with you all to kick off the 2017 Future of Wealth Summit. And I know that Future of Wealth, we're really thinking about how the economy is changing, tech jobs, whatnot. But I thought, Maya, this name change, last year was Color of Wealth Summit, this year's Future of Wealth Summit is really important because it speaks volumes about the opportunities and challenges that are ahead of us. We are going to be a majority-minority country in just a couple years, and in a lot of the states and cities where we all come from, we're already there. We risk not investing in our communities of color at our own peril. We're all here because we know that it's moral and fair, it's a moral imperative for us to do this, but also because the underpinnings of our economic growth and prosperity as a country depend on whether we are investing equitably in our communities of color. And Global Policy Solutions work has put a really fine point on this. Algernon's paper that he released last year showed that if people of color were owning businesses at proportionate rates as their white counterparts, we would have more than 1 million more businesses, we would have 9 million more jobs, we would have $300 billion of more worker income. The fact that we're underinvesting in people of color means that we're leaving wealth and opportunity on the table. We simply can't afford to do that. So we're committed to fostering inclusive economic growth, and we're doing that through our core lines of business. And in my world at the foundation, we're doing this by investing in training workers for a 21st century economy, by building the financial health of individuals and families, by driving investment into overlooked neighborhoods, and ultimately by broadening the tent of entrepreneurship in this country. And it's on this last point, if you'll indulge me for just a moment, I want to share a little bit more. As Global Policy Solutions research shows, entrepreneurship is a critical path to closing the racial wealth gap. But we're only going to achieve that if equity and inclusion are really at the heart of our strategy. And for us, that's why in 2016, we more than doubled the size of our commitment to our Global Small Business Forward initiative. My colleague Ted Archer is here in the room who actually runs this initiative. Wave hi, Ted. Ted's fantastic. You should all get to meet him. We're committing $75 million over the next 3 years to growing entrepreneurs of color, women, and veteran-owned businesses. One aspect of this work is looking at how we can get more underrepresented founders in high-growth incubators and accelerators. We know that some of these organizations have been really successful at building businesses, connecting entrepreneurs to the networks, the capital that they need to grow and be successful. But it's not a big secret that they haven't been very diverse places. So we're trying to think, how do we get more of our folks into those really successful operators? But then when we took a look at this model, we said, you know what, it is really successful, but if you're not a sexy startup, you're not getting that level of service to help grow your business. And so if you're just a regular small business toiling away in your neighborhood, you're kind of left out. No one is recruiting our food entrepreneurs, our supply chain businesses, our retailers to these incubators, even if they have major potential for scale. So enter Ascend 2020. It's our partnership led by the University of Washington to promote local ecosystems for entrepreneurs of color and businesses located in the inner cities. And it's going to use business schools to link consultants, mentors, and capital access programs, specifically so that we can help neighborhood-based entrepreneurs of color like April from Good Cakes and Bakes that you saw grow and thrive. We kicked off last night with launching Ascend 2020 in Atlanta. We have 5 more cities to announce. I'm really excited that we're joined this morning by Melissa Bradley, who's going to lead our partnership right here in Washington, D.C. So you're going to be hearing more from Melissa later, but we're really excited about that partnership. The goal is ultimately that across the 6 cities that we are going to support 350 businesses, and that over the next 3 years that they will grow their revenue by $1 billion. So it's not the silver bullet, but it's a great place to start, and it's a demonstration of how we're making sure that these programs that we're investing in are really equitable and inclusive. There's so much more that we're doing. I could talk your ear off all morning about what we're doing at the foundation to reduce barriers to economic mobility and promote a more equitable economy, but that's all I have time for. So you've got an exciting conference ahead of you. I wish you all to have a good conference and really thank Maya for including me in this morning's program. Thank you.